When it comes to strength training, forget about exercises that look exactly like something you do in your sport. Don't try to mimic sport movements with strength training movements. Picture a golfer practicing his drive.
He's got a beautiful backswing. He got all of that one.
He spends time at the range perfecting his technique, and then separately he hits the weight room to increase his power. At no point while he's driving does he decide to go get a kettlebell and swing that instead. It doesn't make any sense. The same applies to combat sports. Practice your technique and build your physical abilities separately if you want to be successful. Movements that you perform in your sport are extremely complex. The more complex a movement, the more difficult it is to load effectively. Therefore, it's nearly impossible to load a movement you would perform in a sport enough to adapt physically. Not to mention, you'll probably injure yourself trying. Similarly, if you try to load a sport movement, you are drastically changing how the movement will be performed both from a technical standpoint and a speed standpoint. Your brain needs movements to be extremely specific to commit them to memory. If you look at what the so-called fitness gurus are doing on the internet, you may see exercises with a weight that almost looks like something you would do in a fight. Remember, when you see this, run, everybody run! You need to ask yourself two questions. Number one, is the physical effort high enough to cause my body to adapt? Two, is it realistic enough that my brain will learn the technique? The answer to both is almost always no. Therefore, keep your physical training and your technique training completely separate to see success in both.